Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. Operation Winter, the event that we all know and love, is back, and this is pretty much the winter component, the winter counterpart to Operation Summer, the event that we all know and love. Personally, I actually really like these events, especially more so than crafting events, but hey, to each their own, right? Anyways, this event runs from 11 o'clock GMT on the 17th of December, so 1 week from the posting of this video, to 11 GMT on the 10th of January. So about 3.5 or so weeks, give or take. And you can earn up to 6 vehicles if you complete up to 10 tasks each in each of the various tech trees, so air, ground, and naval. And I'll start off with the rewards for the lower end of the event. So first and foremost, we have the C202D. This is a rank 2 Italian premium fighter. Pretty cool. We already have the C202 in the game, but this is of course a variant on that. And being that it is a premium, you cannot buy or sell this on the marketplace. Further, for the British, we have the AC1. This will be the lower ranking ground forces reward. This is a rank 2 British premium. And finally, we have the IJN Hayanami, which is a rank 2 Japanese premium ship. Beyond that, we have the rewards that I think most people will be aspiring to. And first and foremost, and this is really, a complete surprise to me, the MIG-23MF rank 7 German event vehicle. Now, all of the top level rewards for this are event vehicles, which means that you can buy and sell them on the marketplace. So you will be able to buy and sell a MiG-21 on the War Thunder marketplace, which is pretty crazy. This is an export variant of the MiG-23, and it has infrared search and track radar. So it is this is ridiculous. This is absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, the MiG-23, when it first came out, there were a lot of really bad players with it. So what I can suspect is that a lot of really bad players who have no idea what they're doing in jets, let alone the most modern jet in game, or at least among the most modern jets in game, they will probably die a lot with this. I could foresee this being like the Leopard 2PL, where a bunch of people who had no idea what they were doing just bought the 2PL with a bunch of Golden Eagles and got into top tier and then sank the win rate of everybody because they had no clue what they were doing. I feel like this will be pretty similar, but that's not because this will be a bad plane. It's because people will have no idea what they're doing, kind of like when the F4F early joined the game for the Germans at top tier. Speaking of, that was for the Germans too. So now we have 2 event top tier premiums for the German Air Forces. I wonder why. Anyways, so that being said, this is ridiculous and almost as good, though not quite as good, at least insofar as rank is concerned. We have the TCM AGS, and this is a rank 6 USA event vehicle, again purchasable on the marketplace once the event ends. And this is a lightly armored vehicle. It's kind of like a mix between the Striker and the XM8 in a way, because it has a very similar hull to the XM8, but it also has a crewless turret. It's kind of similar to the Striker. It has an auto loader, high mobility, low protection. So this thing should be an extremely mobile, very powerful light tank. I could see it being somewhere around 9.3 or so BR, maybe 9.0, possibly 9.7. Actually, scratch that. I do not see it being 9.0, but who knows? I think that there's already information about this online. There are videos showing the AGS, so you'll probably know about what type of BR it will be based on that, but who knows for sure at the end of the day. And that being said, the last reward that we have here is the MPK PR201K, which is a rank 4 USSR event vehicle. And of course, being that this is a ship, fewer people are probably going to be excited about this. I ran a poll probably around 6 or 7 months ago. Actually, at this point, it's probably 9 to 10 months ago, showing that only around 2% of the population of War Thunder actively prefers naval compared to the other game modes. So who knows? But that being said, it's not for lack of trying. They are adding some pretty cool vehicles, and this is definitely one of them. It has a 45mm autocannon on the stern of the vehicle, destructive rocket launchers, which the Russians are getting, if I'm not mistaken, they have more rocket launchers on their ships than almost any other nation currently in game, so that should be pretty cool. It also has up to 20 anti-submarine mines, which tells me that they might be adding submarines sooner or later, which is a mechanic I'm sure a lot of people would like because it'll draw them into War Thunder Naval. War Thunder Naval is lacking in a few things. One, its ship type and variability, game mode variability, variability. Also, of course, they have their gameplay mechanics that need to be worked on. But I feel like if they were to get submarines, maybe change up the game modes a little bit, a vehicle like this might be something that becomes a little bit more sought after. I can tell you firsthand, the USS Baltimore is a ridiculously powerful ship that I almost kind of wish I grinded for a few years ago. So who knows? I mean, it's one of those things. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, we also have other rewards as well. So for the airplanes, we have a bunch of decals. For ground forces, we have 2 different things. So we have winter gear, and that is a decoration. So we have a snowboard that you can put on your tank or snowshoes. And then for ships, at least as of the recording of this audio, it has, well, we don't know. It just says winter gear and image in progress. So it is what it is. Now, it is important to note that there will be up to 12 tasks. So these tasks change every 2 days. And by change, I don't mean that they have totally different tasks, but rather your progress on them resets. So you have to complete a star every 2 days in order to earn that star. So let's say if you get 2 tasks done in the first 2 days, and then second 2 days, you get another 2 tasks done, you're not going to earn a star. You have to get 3 tasks done in any 2-day period, at least insofar as the 2-day periods are kind of defined by this event, and then you can kind of earn those stars. So it's not going to be the easiest thing. Personally, I find aircraft to be the easiest, followed by ships, or followed by tanks, and then ships, just because I don't really play ships all too much. But of course, I will be coming out with a guide for this, so keep an eye on the channel. It should be coming out sometime next week. Now, that being said, after you earn each vehicle, so let's say if you get the C202D at 5 stars for the aircraft, you can earn its special camouflage at 6 stars, or the TCM AGS at 10 stars, you can earn its special camouflage at 11. An important thing to note about these is that these camouflages are not for sale on the marketplace. So let's say if you wanted to get the MiG-21 or MiG-23MF, you are not going to be able to sell that camouflage with it. So if your only purpose is to be able to sell these on the marketplace, then just get the vehicle, and you don't really have to work any harder after that in order to get the camouflage, unless of course that's kind of your thing. And again, I plan on going over all this insofar as the guide is concerned for Operation Winter, but in short, these tasks have been more or less about the same over the last few years. In short though, you basically have 2-day periods where you can select 3 out of 5 of these tasks to complete for pilots. So you can, for example, destroy 40 enemies, to drop 12 tons of bombs, and get 12 assists, and voila, you get yourself a pilot star. And of course, these change every 2 days, and there is a set 2-day window. It is not a rolling 2 days, so it doesn't start when you start progressing on a certain star. Rather, it starts whenever War Thunder says it starts. But again, I will be coming out with a guide regarding that. So it's not all too difficult. I'll be kind of getting into the weeds again on how to best complete this. Pretty simple, very similar to how it had been in the past. The only thing that I think changed a little bit is for aircraft, now you only have to win 9 battles, whereas for tanks, you have to win 11. I thought that was 10 and 10 last time around, but I may be wrong. Also, in the last one, it also changed where rather than capping 15 bases for tanks, now you can destroy 10 enemies while on an allied point. A lot of people prefer that. I personally prefer the capping of the bases, but that wasn't something that I got all the time. But that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. These are really, really crazy vehicles that they are giving away essentially for Operation Winter. The MiG-23MF especially. The tank, I can understand. I mean, like they've kind of hit a brick wall when it comes to top level event tanks recently. They've all been around that 9.0, 9.3 BR bracket, but of course, it is still a really powerful vehicle and something I'm stoked to have in my lineup. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the dealio. I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.